This video is for everyone looking to get started with Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is a technology that you use to quickly build mobile responsive websites. That means when you write Bootstrap code, your website will look good on mobile devices like iPhones, and it'll also look good on desktop and laptops like MacBooks without you having to manually write the code to make the layout look good and responsive on both mobile devices and desktops and laptops. Bootstrap takes care of all of that for you. So in this video, you'll get to join me and one of the students in my coding bootcamp as we have a tutoring session going over how to get started with Bootstrap. All the links and information you'll need is going to be in the description below. And if you don't know who I am, my name is TJ Oyeniyi, and I'm a self-taught software engineer that teaches beginners how to code using a mentor-based approach in my coding bootcamp, Roots Technology. Check the video description below to learn more about how you can learn to code with me as your mentor and get my coding curriculum that has all the links and projects that you'll need to help you to get started learning how to code. All right, let's get started with Bootstrap.
Hey TJ, how's it going, man?
Josh, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, man. So you're having issues with project 2?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get started with it, to be honest with you. I'm trying to focus on what it is I have to do to begin the project.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Have you
Yeah,
did you get a chance to kind of look over the Bootstrap tutorial?
I did. Yeah, I looked at the Bootstrap tutorial a little while ago, but I guess the part that I was confused about was installing the Bootstrap
Okay.
from the site, because I saw there were a couple of, and I was going through the tutorial and I saw there were a couple of getting started packages and I wasn't sure which one um, to go through. So I apologize for that.
Oh, hey, no, hey, look, do not apologize. Like that is the whole point of me being here. So here, let me see.
I can share my screen if you want, or
Okay, yeah. Yeah, share your screen and let's just
okay,
go to the project 2 lesson in Kajabi so we can kind of walk through that, and hopefully that should kind of help you to get started. You
okay.
see,
Oh, this one right
yeah,
here.
right
Yep.
there. Click on that one. And yeah, quick start. So yeah,
Okay.
so this is the quick start that you need. And it
Okay.
basically,
Okay.
kind of walks you through a step 1, create the HTML file, et cetera, et cetera. And then step 2, it shows you all of the links that you need to include on step 2 that has all the Bootstrap information. So
Mhm.
that way, okay, you can now get started. So really pretty much all you need, you can just copy the code online to sorry, I'm trying to get my pointer so I can click on this page. Yeah,
Oh yeah, no problem.
you can basically just copy, click on that copy icon
Hmm.
and that'll copy that code for you, and you can paste that into your index.html and just delete this hello world there. But yeah, you see the hello world on line 10? No, you can go back to your code now. You see, yeah, so you don't need that, but
Got you. Okay.
line 7 and line 11 have basically installed Bootstrap into your application.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
now you have access to all of those Bootstrap classes.
I got you. So I don't need to install Bootstrap on my computer,
No,
really.
no, no, no. It is
Oh, okay.
being okay. So here,
Yeah.
let me show you this actually. Do you see this URL on line 7?
Hmm.
Copy, yeah, copy that URL
Okay.
without the quotation marks. Let me move my box out the way. Yeah,
Oh no,
just
you're good.
okay. You can click on it, I guess.
Yeah, if you hit, it looks like if you hit
Yeah,
control and then click.
control and then click.
Yeah. Hmm.
So did it open? Yeah. So do you see this? This is like raw minimize, compress CSS code. So it basically
Man,
installed
this is
all of the
some
CSS.
this is some matrix.
Yeah, no. So this is all the code for Bootstrap, and it's been minimized.
Okay.
That's why everything is kind of it looks jumbled together. Because if you see this in the URL, bootstrap.min.css. So it's saying this is for Bootstrap, and it's a minimized version of all the Bootstrap CSS code that exists.
Gotcha. Okay.
So all the different classes that exist in Bootstrap,
Wow.
it's all here, like container, column,
Wow.
etc. So
That's crazy.
yeah, and
So if you were
now
looking for a certain class, you could do like Control F and try to find it, I
no.
guess.
You would not be using this. You would
Oh,
just go
okay.
back to the Bootstrap website. So let's say you go back to the Bootstrap website and this search bar, right? So let's say that you want to add a button. You would just type button and boom. See buttons base class. So yeah, click on the base class and it'll like take you, to the page that shows you, hey, this is how you create like a regular class in Bootstrap by simply putting this class BTN. You see,
Hmm.
Bootstrap has a base .btn class that sets up a basic styling such as padding and da 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 da. And then you see here it shows you all these other buttons that have different colors. It shows you the example code that you will use to generate those colors, those buttons with those different colors.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because remember, Bootstrap is just when you add a class, there's CSS code that's already attached to that class.
Okay.
All right.
So that's why, like in the tutorial, you were saying we don't have as much
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
CSS. That's why you were saying, like in the tutorial, like we didn't have to worry about having as much CSS because it's already built in.
Exactly.
Okay.
The more Bootstrap that you know and that you use, the less CSS that you have to write.
Okay.
Right. Because so like the whole point of Bootstrap is to kind of like write CSS code to kind of for all the standard ways that things are typically done. If
Hmm.
you have any custom things that you want to do, let's say that you want I don't know, a pink button or something, right?
Hmm.
Like there's no pink option, right? So you would write the CSS code for that. So anything custom that you want to do that Bootstrap doesn't have a class for, it is okay for you to write the CSS code for. You know,
Okay. Okay.
so now in terms of actually doing like the actual project, right? So let's go back to the Kajabi. Um, sorry, let me go back to your screen.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's click on okay, yeah, let's click on the project one template.
All right.
So this is what you are trying to like build, right?
Yes.
And you see different aspects of the page that you need. You see that you need a nav bar. You're gonna have a logo area. You see you have some text and then image next to it. You see you kind of have this kind of structure, and boom, and you see you have this stuff here, right?
Hmm.
This is kind of like because remember for project one, if you kind of break it into different boxes.
Hmm.
All right, so let's go look at the Bootstrap tutorial. So
Right.
let's leave this page open and let's go to the Bootstrap tutorial in Kajabi.
Right. Gotcha.
Where I think the tutorial might be, yeah, there
Here
you
it
go,
is.
there. Yeah, so if you scroll down, yeah, to the Bootstrap tutorial. Yeah, open up. So so yeah, if you like scroll down here, this is basically like the sample web page.
Mhm.
The tutorial is walking you through how to build this web page, right?
Yep.
All right.
Hmm.
So if you scroll all the way up on this example web page, so you see, all right, they have like an example. Sorry, let me clear that. You
Oh
see
no, you're
that they
good.
have like an example of a nav bar area, right? And they have this logo area here. So this, you see that, okay, the code that they wrote to create this is gonna be a template or similar to what I need to for my project.
Hmm.
Yeah, all right. And if you scroll down a bit,
Yep.
yeah, scroll down a bit on this project. There we go. Yeah, keep going.
Yep.
All right, keep going.
All right, so here, right? Can you scroll up a bit?
Yep.
So you see that this area looks a bit similar to something in Project One as well, too, right?
Hmm.
So what like you can do is if you look through this tutorial, you can pretty much look at the code that was used to generate this tutorial and use that as like a template to like help you in terms of how to structure your own HTML.
Gotcha. And can I use a lot of the same elements from Project One, or not elements, I suppose, but rather the content from Project
Oh
One?
yeah, yeah, of course. The content like you talking about like images and text. Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. The main
Okay.
thing that'll be different is you have to use Bootstrap classes to build the layout.
Okay.
And if you go back to the tutorial, I think I was mentioning something there. I mean, go back to the lesson,
Yep.
getting started, look at the starter template, and then read this about the grid system rules. And yeah, so if you open that, the new tab, yeah, let's go read that. So these are all boxes, right? You see how this is like showing you different layouts of just boxes, and that there's 12 columns across the page. In Project One, most of the structure was like broken down into two columns, right? It would be like a text and like an image next to it,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Like that is two columns. So that is um
Just like these two.
or no. You see, like the span six, right? So because the thing you got to think about,
Right.
it's telling you Bootstrap's grid system allows for 12 columns across a page, right? So you have 12 places. So if you only have two columns, that means that the way that you structure that would be each column spans either six and six, right? Because 6 plus 6 is 12, or you could do 10 and 2. You get what I'm saying, 8 and 4, basically anything
Hmm.
that adds up to 12, right? That's how you can kind of structure it.
Is it
Um,
based on like like the okay, yeah, depending on screen size.
yeah,
So I
exactly. And
guess like
and
yeah.
it's telling you that Bootstrap has 4 classes, SM for tablets, MD for small laptops, etc. So if you scroll down a bit more, I think it has some examples. Yeah, keep scrolling. Yeah, keeps all right. So yeah. So here's so it's like basically walking through like, can you scroll up a bit?
Hmm.
It's basically walking you through like the basic grid structure, right? You first create a container, and that container has a row in it, and then you have all of your columns, and the columns in a row have to add up to 12, right? So note that the numbers here should always add up to 12 for each row. So these are just basic rules that you have to kind of like understand. And if you scroll back up to the instruction, yeah, can you scroll up a bit to the rules? Yeah, right here. So this kind of walks you through it, right? Rows must be placed within a container or container fluid.
Mm.
And the main difference is container fluid is the full width, right? And then you use rows to create horizontal groups of columns. Sorry, someone was calling me.
Oh no, you good.
Um, Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. No worries. Just reading the system
Okay.
rules there.
All right.
I
Yeah.
see.
You see content, and the content is placed inside of the columns, right?
Hmm.
So your image and your text, that's placed inside of the columns. And to kind of make this a bit more clear, if let's go back to the tutorial, uh
Yep.
that second tab, the Bootstrap tutorial. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and let's just scroll down on the actual page though.
Oh,
Like,
on the actual page, I got you.
on the actual
Yep.
page, and let's go
Hmm.
look at where they are creating those that area that kind of looks similar. Those three, Yeah, so you keep scrolling down. Yeah, keep going and going and going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, all right. So you see here,
Yep.
let's look at the code for this. So if you scroll up a bit,
Oh, okay.
right, like it shows you like the code for it, right? So you see, oh, okay, so they basically have a div that's the container, and they're using container fluid. So it goes across like the whole page.
Mhm.
And because this is broken down into 3 columns here, right? You see how they have those three images. You have an image, and the image has text above it, and that's
Mhm.
basically like its own self-contained thing. So you see, okay, you have a general container around it, and then like you have a row inside of that container, and that's where you have your 3 columns,
Got you.
right?
Okay. Yep.
And then inside of and you see the column, you see how they did column SM4, right?
Yep.
4 times 3 is 12.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, how are they getting 12? Okay.
Yeah, because remember it's
Okay.
saying that the number for the columns always has to add up to 12.
Right.
And if you are breaking your layout into 3 columns, and you see these are 3 equal columns, right? Then you
Hmm.
just do 12 divided by 3 and you have 4.
Interesting. So if they had added one extra column with
And
the 4 in there, it would have been 16 and it would have broke.
no, no. It like wouldn't break. You would just change the 4 to, instead of 4, it would be 3, right? Because 3
Oh,
times 4 is 12.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all. And let's say that they only had 2 columns in the row.
Hmm.
So they could do 6 and 6. Or remember, they can do it any variation they want as long as it adds up to 12, right? They could do 10. One column can be 10 columns wide, another one can be 2 columns wide,
Hmm.
as long as it adds up to 12. So, and you see inside of the column, that's where you put your text and your image. You get what I'm saying? Like this
Hmm.
text and this image, like remember the content goes inside of the columns.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But if
So,
it were to, I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh no,
Yep.
no, no, you got it. What's the question?
Oh no, so I was just gonna ask, like, so if it were to be 2 columns, they would just have these two, and it would be 6 and 6, right?
Yeah, yeah. It would be 6 and 6 if you have 2 equal columns,
2 equal columns. Okay, I
right?
got
But
you.
if one side is bigger than the other, it'd be like 8 and 4. It basically whatever ratio, in terms of how you want the layout to be, that's what you got
Hmm.
to think about. But remember, it just has to add up to 12.
Right.
That's all.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, like all the columns in each row have to add up to 12.
Okay.
You can have multiple rows in a container
Hmm.
and multiple columns inside of a row. So if you kind of think about it, like when you're at like the grocery store or something, right? Walmart, or Target,
Hmm.
I guess. Uh,
Right.
and you have a shelf, right? Like a shelf is a row. You get what I'm saying? Like a shelf is a row, and it has
True.
a bunch of different products on that same shelf. Like it's the same kind of thought. Man, I'm not even sure if that helped, but
No, it did.
this
Yeah.
kind of
Yep. It did. That made sense. Hmm.
yeah. So really, you can like use this template here to kind of help guide you in terms of, because if you like think about it, most of the content in project one is 2 columns,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
It's two
Yep.
columns, and each column has like text inside of it or an image, right? So
Right.
it's actually a lot simpler than this. So you can like use this to guide you. But the thing that you want to be um conscious of though is
Hmm.
that there are different versions of Bootstrap.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So if you go all the
Okay.
way to the top, of this web page to where they were installing Bootstrap. Yeah, so can you scroll down a bit slowly to where they were installing it? You see, all right, look. Yeah, so you see here, this is where they are installing Bootstrap, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see where it says 3.4.1?
Mm-hmm.
That is the version that they're using. If we go back to your Sublime text, to your VS Code.
Yep. You were saying like we got to use the latest one, right?
Exactly. So you see,
Yeah.
this is version 5.332.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that the class names might not necessarily be the same.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the class name you're seeing in the tutorial, it might be called something a bit different in the version that you're in. So that's why you like have to get comfortable just using, if you go to the documentation for the Bootstrap, for the Bootstrap right there. Yeah. So this
This thing.
is the source of truth. And if you, let me see, we should just go to grid layout. So if you search grid layout, oh, okay, yeah, there you go. So yeah, sure. Let's start there. Yeah, click that and let's see if it takes us to where we're looking for. Okay, so this is forms. This is not forms. Let's kind of look on this side. We are looking for layout. So can you? Oh, okay. Well, this is under forms here.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Okay, so alphabetically.
Let's go all the way to the top.
Okay.
Yeah, you keep going all the way to the top. Yeah, layout. Boom. So under
There it
layout,
is.
let's do grid. Yeah, there we go. So you see, this now kind of walks us through. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
see, it's showing you a sample code of how they would create a 3-column layout.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Okay.
basically walks you
Yeah.
through, and you see that these class names are a bit different. I mean, it's still the same container or a container fluid.
Mm-hmm.
And if you scroll down a bit here, you see it kind of walks you through how things are, and it shows you what your options are. If you remember the XS, the small,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yep.
It basically walks you through all of that now. So like all of this information is inside of the lesson, but kind of use this to kind of help guide you in terms of, okay, this is how I should now structure things.
Gotcha.
And anything you don't fully understand, always look it up in here so you can kind of read from the source of truth how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And
Okay.
it's very
And
helpful.
no problem, man. And let
Yeah.
me walk you through kind of like the nav bar situation, right? Because you know that you need a nav bar, right?
Yes.
So let's
Yes.
go to the search and let's just type. Remember, anything you're trying to add, just type it up here. Nav bar.
Navigation.
Uh,
Okay.
those are cards. So like always keep in mind. So let's go back up to this to the search to
Yep.
the search box and type nav. All right. So okay, yeah, there we go. Nav bar. So yeah, let's go here. Yeah.
With this one.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's all under nav bar. So this is showing you how the actual nav bar works in Bootstrap. So this
Okay.
code that you're looking at is what creates this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that you might have. Can you scroll up a bit? Let me see. Yeah, scroll up some more. Scroll all the way up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Scroll down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you see this code is showing you how all of this stuff works. It's showing you how to create a disabled link, showing you how to create a drop-down link, a regular link. It's showing you all these different aspects. So
Mm-hmm.
basically the thing you have to look is just look at the code and see which parts of it, right? So you see, all right, if you want to create a drop-down, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look around the code, you see, oh, the stuff to create the drop down is here, right? You could just see the drop down, and you see
Mm-hmm.
drop down. You see this is where you put your drop down menu, right? So you see, okay,
Yeah.
this is how I create this. But for project 2, the template you're looking at doesn't have a drop down.
Right. That's right.
So
Yep.
you would just delete this portion of the code from this template.
So from here to
Boom.
there,
From
delete
the
that.
opening
Right.
tag to the closing tag, right?
Right.
And you see, you just kind of need a regular link, which is just this link. And
Hmm.
it shows you the code for it right there. So you would just have a whole bunch of these for all the navbar links that you need for your template.
So a lot simpler. Right.
Yeah, and you see here, this is kind of like your logo.
Oh, okay. That's what that is. Okay. All right. That's
Yeah.
supposed to be the logo. I got you. Okay.
And you see the
Yep.
code for that is just this. And
Got
let me
you.
show you something as well, because part of the benefit of Bootstrap is that it is mobile first and it has mobile responsiveness already built in. So if you change this, like if you right click and let's change this to the mobile view, yeah, click inspect. And let's change this to the mobile view. Yeah, click that toggle. So do you see how that navbar transformed into
Yeah. Yep.
hold on. You
Oh, my bad. My
missed it.
bad.
Yeah, can you scroll up a bit? All right, stop right there.
Oh, yeah. Got you.
You
Okay.
see, that is built in. So as long as you have all of these classes, like all these classes, the exact, the responsiveness is going to work just like that for your project as well.
That's interesting. So that that actually saves you a lot of time, obviously. But the
Exactly.
thing,
It makes building stuff quicker.
yeah, that's pretty cool. So I guess my other question too, that brings me back to is with the 12, the 12 rule, in the columns, like like if I decided to do, like 6 columns or something like that, the responsiveness of Bootstrap would turn, the layout automatically so that it fits properly all the columns, like in the mobile view.
Yeah. So the thing that you also have to think about, right? So since you brought up the mobile view, anytime that
Hmm.
you're on mobile, you are typically just scrolling up and down, right? You don't typically scroll sideways, side to side,
Right.
unless you're looking at like an image carousel or something, right? So the
Hmm.
content on mobile, you don't ever see 6 columns side by side on mobile. Like
Right.
the content is typically stacked on top of each other. Bootstrap is going to do that for you automatically, right? When you're
Hmm.
going from a layout view to a mobile view, it's going to do that for you automatically. But you can also control what you want things to actually look like on mobile by using the mobile class. Because so remember, it was showing us, for column column hyphen XS,
Hmm.
it's for, like the extra small is for mobile. Like you can then specify how wide you want the content to be on the mobile view.
On the mobile view. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So
Okay.
basically, you can like have multiple column class names,
Hmm.
like classes. You should always have one for mobile, and you should have one for the desktop view as well,
Hmm.
because the layout on the desktop view is not going to be the same for the mobile view, right? So if you have a
Yes.
row that has 2 columns and you have them set as column medium for laptop, column medium 6, both of them are 6 6,
Hmm.
adding up to 12, so they are side by side on desktop. When you go to the mobile view, Bootstrap is going to try to automatically uh basically stack them for you
Hmm.
or the mobile view, but you shouldn't kind of wait on like you should specify that in the mobile view that you want each column to take up the full width. So anytime that the content adds up to more than 12 columns, it just stacks.
Okay. Yeah.
It just
That
stacks
was
everything. You get what I'm saying?
got you. That was, yeah, that's, I guess that's what I was asking too, right?
Okay.
Like what
Okay, good.
happens if you reach that max? You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Right.
Yeah.
But you're
So
saying basically you don't want to just rely on Bootstrap's built-in capability. You
exactly.
also want to be specific or rather intentional, in clarifying, with the system that I
Exactly.
really want this to be viewed a certain way, on a mobile or a different kind of screen.
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing that you
Yeah.
have to think about, like, there are a bunch of different devices out there, laptops, Chromebooks, tablets, and tablets have a bunch of different sizes, right? So it's like
Right.
you don't want something like if you have the power to specify exactly how you want it to look, you should specify it. Period. You get it. So that's what I'm telling you on this project. Just always specify the mobile view and laptop slash desktop view. Okay. Just
Okay.
always do those two minimum.
Right.
You don't I
Mobile and
mean
desktop.
you don't really have to worry about like tablet or something like that unless you know that you are building a product that is specifically being used on tablet, right? Like you don't have to worry about every single kind of like device width because the most common the devices that people use are going to be mobile and
Hmm.
laptop, you know.
So man, this is interesting. This dynamic of Bootstrap because and this is my last question because I know you probably have to go, but I was watching a video by on YouTube by Marquise Brownlee,
Yeah.
MKBHD.
Okay, yeah, the goat.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the guy right there. But he was doing a review on Samsung's Fold phone, their newest Fold
Mhm.
phone, and like when it's open, you have an app open, but then when it closes, the smaller screen, right, is the same application kind of, but a whole different form.
Yeah.
Is that like, can you achieve that kind of thing like on a device using Bootstrap? Like, okay,
Because that is just styling that is adjusting the way that the layout is based on the width of the screen.
okay,
That's
got you.
what that XS column, SM column, like if you go back to the Bootstrap docs, yeah, can you put this back to yeah, we go back to the Bootstrap docs and put it back to the desktop view.
Got you. Yep.
And let's go back. If you press back, I think we were at the grid layout or something, right? So this is not, yeah, go back. Okay,
This one.
layout. Yeah, so look. So in this, I think it tells all these if you scroll up a bit, scroll up, scroll up.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
oh, got you. Right here.
Yeah, so yeah, you see, and then if you click on the 6 responsive breakpoints, yeah, so that open up in a new tab.
Hold on. This Zoom's annoying
No, it's all good.
navigation thing is getting in the way. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, so this basically, talks you through, these are the different di dimensions that those things represent. You see
Hmm.
SM, MD, etc. So
Got you. Okay. So yeah, they're basically just like for the phone example, they're throwing that in. If they were to use Bootstrap, then
yeah,
they would be
and
throwing that in. Right.
exactly. So this saves you. So you know how for project one, you basically when you were writing the CSS code yourself, you basically have to write a media query and specify, whenever the device screen is this width, you want all of this CSS code to actually, execute. So
Yep.
uh
Yeah.
Bootstrap
The
saves you from having to write all that custom code. It's just you basically adding the Bootstrap classes that already have that defined on them. All right.
Gotcha. Wait, where is the media?
That'll be in your CSS, remember? Yeah. So you
Right.
scroll down.
Should be at the bottom. Yeah,
Yep.
there it is.
Boom.
Okay.
You see. So yeah, man. This should definitely help you
Yeah. Yeah.
to
Yeah. This
get
was very helpful. Yeah,
started.
this was very helpful. Thank you. Because it
Okay,
was
good.
helpful. It allowed, because now I understand exactly what I have to build.
No problem.
Um, and where to get started and getting the information so I can do that. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate
No
it.
problem, Josh. Yeah, man. If you run into any issues, just email me and I
Yep.
got you. Okay.
We'll do.
All
We'll
right,
do.
man. Later.
All right. Take it easy. Thanks.